Looking to trade your old bulk for some of the latest Pokemon booster boxes? Well, check ccgcastle.com. The process is very simple. Send in 1400 cards and get a brand new sealed booster box back. We ship boxes worldwide for free once we get your cards. Make sure to check video description or check ccgcastle.com for more information.
How's it going, Poke fans and Poke trainers? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, I'm going to show you the upcoming standard format deck for 2017-2018 format or season, whatever you want to call it. It's a Alolan Ninetales-GX and Friends. So yeah, we can also call this a water box. So it's kind of interesting deck list that can be used and played in the standard format. Alolan Ninetales is a very powerful Pokemon with very powerful Ice Blade and Blizzard Edge, and also Ice Pet GX attack. The only thing you're probably gonna notice about this card is the fact that he is weak onto the metal, but we have something to at least try to cover up matchup against Metagross. So against Metagross matchup, we can try to Crystal Ray our opponent and hit for 70. They will play Pokemon Rangers, but they're not going to be able to play 3 or 4 time Pokemon Ranger, mainly because there is no more V-Seeker. So Glaceon EX or Glaceon EX, whatever you want to call that Pokemon, he's going to be definitely very, very powerful against those Metagross GX decks. So this deck will actually have pretty good matchup against Volcanion, pretty good matchup against Garbodor, probably even against Golisopod, because you can simply swap damage and stuff like that. But those decks like Golisopods are probably going to run so many different scoop cards like a Sorola, who knows, maybe even Super Scoop Ups in the future, we shall see. The format is definitely going to be weird, so we can expect everything. But yeah, I decided to somehow tweak this deck to be perfect against any matchup that you can actually face up. So I'm running 15 Pokemon, 32 trainer cards, and 12 energies. So first of all, I'm going to start with Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko with the Fly Flip is a good card. It can hit for the 20 with the DCE to all of your opponent's Pokemons in play, plus you can have for retreat. I kind of like it because in some certain matchups, we're not going to be able to go for more than like 190. So I'm not running Professor's Kukui because I think it's useless. I decided to go with the Mellow because I think Mellow is actually kind of better with Octillery especially. So yeah, I mean, Fly Flip a couple times and then simply use that powerful Blizzard Edge for like 190 with a Choice Band, and we can hit one-hit knockout something like Golisopod, for example, with 210 HP. Moving on with other Pokemons, I'm running 2 copies. Oh, not a Vulpix. Tapu Lele-GX, of course, mainly for the setup and to grab another supporter card if it's necessary. Then, of course, 4 copies of Vulpix with the Beacon, and 1 line of Alolan Ninetales-GX and Alolan Ninetales with a Luminous Barrier. So yeah, this is pretty badass card that will help us against so many different decks with this Pokemon. We can have very, very easy matchup against some decks that will rely heavily on GX or EX Pokemons. The reason why I didn't decide to go with 2 of them is mainly because of the fact that you can simply grab Alolan Ninetales with the Rescue Stretcher. So I decided to tech also 1 copy of Glaceon EX for the certain matchups against Stage 2 decks. For example, Crystal Ray against Garbodor and Golisopod is a heavy nightmare, as well as 1 line of the Octillery for a Pistol Hand and 1 Tapu Fini GX. I mean, look at this card. Aqua Ring for 20, you can switch this Pokemon off your benched Pokemon. It's not good, but Hydra Shot for like 120 to one of your opponent Pokemons in play. But it's guarding 2 energies. I kind of like that because hitting for 120, we can snipe something on the bench easily. Let's say we hit with Alolan Ninetales turn 1 with the DCE for 50, our opponent Tapu Lele, and we can just Hydro Shot from nowhere for 120 for the week 3. So that's pretty damn badass. Also, Tapu Storm GX can just simply shuffle one of our opponent Pokemons from the active position back to his hand, so it's also insanely good. Item card list, pretty much normal for this type of the deck. 4 Aqua Patches, 4 Ultra Bolts, 2 field blowers, of course, and 2 rescue stretchers, and more than that, I'm running 3 choice bands and 3 float stones. That's it. I mean, in addition to that, I decided to take to Brooklet Hill. It's a good one, mainly because if I start with something like Vulpix and Tapu Koko, I can set up my Tapu Koko in the front because it has free retreat. I can bench down my Vulpix. I can play Brooklet Hill for any of these water Pokemons, and I don't need to waste my Ultra Ball for something like Lele into the Bridget, so I can even preserve that. Lele play in a late game for the Guzma, or Mellow if I need it. Supporter line, of course, 1 Bridget for the setup, 2 Guzmas. The reason I didn't go with 3 Guzmas is the fact that I can simply snipe on the bench with Tapu Fini and Alolan Ninetales. So that's mainly because of that. 2 Mellows, because in Octillery it's a pretty sick combo. Trust me, you're gonna definitely find that out playing this deck. 4 copies of Ends, 4 copies of Professor Sycamore. Probably gonna somebody will probably say that's not a lot of supporter cards. Take a couple more Lilies and stuff like that. I don't know. Somehow, I think it's fair enough amount of supporter cards, mainly because of the Octillery in play. 12 energies, of course, 4 DCEs, and 8... yeah, I almost say 8 fire energies in the water deck. 8 water energies as well. So, if you're looking for any of these cards, make sure to check ccgcastle.com. With TCG SM3 code, you can also get 5% discount on your first purchase. Link is provided in my video description. All you need to know is right below in the link. So yeah, for today's video, I played one matchup. I actually kind of enjoy playing it, so I use the strategy to snipe my opponent benched Pokemons, just to show you so many different options that you can do with this deck. I hope you guys will enjoy this deck list and video. You can also just copy the deck list from the video description and import into the game and try to test this deck and see if it's good or not. So I hope you enjoy watching it. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let's move to the game test so you can see it in action. So see you in the game. Alright, so in today's video I'm playing with Alolan Ninetales. In my opinion, this deck have very bright future, just in my opinion. Okay, so no basic Pokemon in my opening hand. Why I think this deck is good, mainly because it's good pretty much against anything in the current standard format, and basically it can lose pretty much only to Metagross easily. Any other matchup will be pretty much in your favor. So yeah, starting with Tapu Koko here, I can spread Flying Flip at my turn 1, which is a good thing. And to be honest, how the thing's looking right now, I don't see reason why I basically wouldn't do that. But let's play that Tapu Lele and just see what is prized, what is not. Okay, alright, 1 Aqua Patch is prized as well as Ultra Ball, and looks like 1 Double Cores Energy. Okay, that's fine. Since I have Sycamore for 7, of course I'm gonna play Sycamore for 7. That's it. So I'm thinking about retreating down to one of my Vulpix and passing my turn. For the next turn, the best card for me is definitely gonna be Ultra Ball. There is no question about that. Finding Ultra Ball is pretty much all I need, because then I can attach energy and I can play my Aqua Patch and evolve into my Alolan Ninetales and then simply Sycamore for 7. So that can be pretty decent and strong play. On the other side, Passimian is also weak onto the Psychic Pokemons, but unfortunately Tapu Lele cannot hit for the weakness. I decided to promote Vulpix in the front and gave my opponent opportunity to take the prize card here if he can. Of course, if he can't, then I'm probably gonna stick with 1 round of the Flying Flip, maybe even 2 if I will be lucky. It really depends. The reason why I really want to do that is mainly because I can snipe on the bench for 51 of my opponent Pokemons with my Alolan Ninetales-GX, and that's the reason why. But on the other side, team play can be very problematic, and it can hit for so many damage counters, but for now I'm just thinking about doing something like this. Sycamoring for 7, hoping to find something like a Alolan Ninetales. Well, there is no sign of it, but at least I have Ultra Ball available. I guess I'm not gonna need that Brooklet Hill, and of course a Rescue Stretcher. Yeah, should I risk? With Octillery? I guess I'm not gonna do that. At least not for now. So I really want to start applying some pressure to my opponent. One Aqua Patch makes sense. Alright. And of course I'm gonna use my Ice Blade. So I'm looking forward to snipe my opponent Passimian on the bench for now. The strategy, of course, is to snipe those Passimians on the bench and then just simply one-hit knock out that active Passimian with the Ice Pad GX or with the Blizzard Edge. It really depends. But also, I can definitely spread a couple Ice Blades and then simply fly flip around. That can also be pretty good play, in my opinion. So there is Ultra Ball for my opponent. Speaking about Ultra Ball, he decided to take the Mew. Of course, it's very tricky to play against a deck that can actually trade 1 prize for 2 prize cards. It's tricky to play against those types of the deck. So my opponent decided to take 2 cards with Instruct. There is a Choice Band, which means he can strike for 30 extra damage. Still not enough. The bad thing about benching down Mew and attaching also double Core's energy is the fact that your opponent can Ice Blade for 51 of your Pokemons in play. So right now, all I can say is that my opponent will, unfortunately for him, lose Mew, Choice Band, and Energy Attachment for this turn. Probably, if he missed the chance to play Floatstone. So he definitely needs to find a way to retreat somehow, because if he cannot retreat his Passimian from the active position, I mean, it's not still the game over for him, but it's very close to be game over at that point of the game. Ooh, okay, so I get lucky, and I top deck Mellow, which means I'm gonna grab myself Octillery and 1 more Vulpix. Of course, Octillery will be the top deck. And then I'm simply gonna use my Ice Blade and strike his Mew for 50 on the bench and took the first prize card here. So I'm kinda happy with that situation. So I managed to find Glaceon, but in this matchup Glaceon is completely useless. Mainly because my opponent is not running Evolution Pokemons, and that's the problem. Okay, so he's still stocking with Passimian in front. One of his 3 Passimians in play also have 5 damage counters. And finally, there's a double Course Energy and the Choice Band, so he can team play me for like 100. If he decides to do that, I'm gonna be short for like a 10. Which means if I decide to use my Ice Pad GX, that's not gonna be enough for the knockout against his Passimian. So I need to find a way somehow maybe to basically get Guzma as a top deck. I didn't think about Guzma, but I can still probably find Guzma, to be honest. Oh, he do me a favor with the Lysander. He's probably gonna knock out my Tapu Koko, and that's the thing he really want to do. So he kind of do me a favor here, and actually he was able to hit for 140. Did I miss something here? Oh no, because he strike for the weakness. Okay, let's promote the Ramride with a Floatstone in the front, just because of the Floatstone. There is Octillery as a top deck. Alright, I know what I'm gonna find with a Beazle Hand. Field Blower, I guess I can play. Field Blower. I guess I can play, and I guess I should play. Alright. Is it worth to toss that Aqua Patch in my discard pile? I guess it is. Let's see what else we can find there. Ultra Ball, Rescue Stretcher. I guess I'm gonna keep 1 bench space for a little bit later. For now, I'm gonna attach my energy, and we'll also put that Choice Band in play just to get rid of some of the cards from my hand. And of course, I'm looking forward to Ice Blade 1 more time, his Passimian on the bench. So hitting for 50 is all I really need at this moment. Again, looking forward to see what my opponent is capable to do. I can always play my Ice Pad GX, and I can avoid the threat from Passimian. Alright, field blower for my opponent. Probably he's gonna discard 2 floatstones. That's the smartest thing he can do. Discarding choice bands makes no sense, mainly because he don't have a single EX or GX Pokemon in play. And yep, he decided to do that. Alright. I can also grab myself any 2 cards I want with the Mellow, mainly because I have that auxiliary for a Beazle hand. And my opponent also do me a little favor here with that Skyfield. So he decided to play Sycamore for 7, Guzma, and switch with 1 copy of Puzzle of Time discarded. It's always a bad thing when you need to discard Puzzle of Time without being able to play 2 of them and grab some of the resources from your discard pile back to your hand. I kinda hate that when I need to do that, but it's all gameplay. So another field blower and 2 choice bands discarded for another Nest Ball. So that's probably gonna be for another Passimian. Unfortunately for nothing. Okay, that's the bad thing when you toss Nest Ball and get nothing. Yeah, still he can team play for like a 70, and yeah, hitting for 70, which means I can just goes with another Ice Blade basically here, hitting for 51 of his other Passimians on the bench, which I'm definitely going to do. So let's first play something like this. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I can retreat, definitely. I have that Ninetales available, so I'm probably gonna do that. Retreat is a viable option here, so DCE can be hold for now. Let's just grab something with a Beazle hand. Alright, so there is 1 more energy, plus I also have Mellow, but unfortunately for now I cannot play the Mellow. But I can hit for 50 my opponent, another Passimian on the bench. Sooner or later, I'll be able just to clear his entire bench or all of those Passimians from play with just a single fly flip. Of course, I'm going to need first bench space, but that's not going to be main problem. Basically, my opponent will probably put another Skyfield in play. So that's the reason why I first decided to clear his Skyfield. Ooh, 4 choice bands in a discard pile. Damn, that's pretty bad. Maybe I can actually somehow force my opponent to play 2 pieces of puzzles in the early game, so I can break the ice here. No, he decided. Ooh, okay, so Mew can go right now with the team play for like 100. So hitting me with a choice band can go up to 130, but still it's not going to be enough for the knockout. And with that being said, if he can hit for 100, I can just simply Ice Pad GX, which I'm definitely going to do. Alright, so special charge for the double chorus energy. Team play. Okay, for 100, so I'm down to 170. Yeah, I guess Guzma as a top deck is pretty much the best thing that can happen. Unfortunately for now, I don't have Guzma, but I might be able to search somehow another Guzma here. And let's see if that can happen. I mean, everything can happen, of course. I do have Guzma, and I actually have opportunity to grab so many cards here. Actually 4 in total. So I took some damage counters, I played my Beazle hand for 4, and if I can find Guzma, which I can't, alright, never mind, Brooklet Hill, I guess I'm gonna also play that Aqua Patch, and it's time for the Ice Pad GX. So I'm transferring all of my damage counters down to my opponent Mew, and I'm just making so many head edge to him right now because he still needs to find a way somehow to pull crazy amount of the prize cards here. Basically, he needs to take 5 more prize cards. It's not that hard, but it's also not that easy. There's another Floatstone. He's wasting so many. He lost so many resources so far. Unfortunately, Passimian is a good deck, but he didn't start with the Mew, and he didn't have 4 Passimians in the choice band for the early game to apply as many pressure as he can, so that's the reason why I actually managed to pretty much easily set up and control the game. I also have 11 cards left, so I'm very limited with my resources. I need to think twice before I decide to go with my Sycamore, but I don't need to rush anywhere. I don't need to worry. I'm definitely in pretty better position than my opponent, so okay, choice band and another Flowstone. I need to be very careful by playing that Flowstone, so I'm just gonna keep the Flowstone in play. Team play right now will go for like a 70. Okay, which means I will start to apply more pressure to my opponent, which basically means I will try to find a Guzma as a top deck if it's possible. So I can basically try to knocks out one of his Passimians. Oh, I can just take a prize card against Mew, for example, also. Okay, so he's definitely looking forward to retreat and strike with the Mew for more than like 100. So one puzzle of time. Will there be another one? No, looks like it will be. Okay, so we are still here. The game is still going on. He still have 2 Orangurus left. Probably he's gonna grab something like a choice band from his... Oh, no 2. Okay, so no 2 piece of puzzles. I'm kind of surprised. I didn't see a single VS Seeker for my opponent. Yeah, pretty strange forward deck list. Another Floatstone played, so that's also weird decision. Anyways, retreat for 100. Yeah, looks like team play for 100, which means he don't have chance basically here to pull something like a choice band, so he cannot go for more than 100 theoretically. So he maybe can, he maybe can't. I'm gonna try to play my Abyssal hand and see what I can find. Maybe I can top deck that Guzma, or maybe I cannot. I know that I can simply Ice Blade one of his Passimians on the bench. I could take pretty easily knockout against that Mew, but I really want to finish the game in a fashion. I really want to take 2 prize card knockout with one of my Tapu Kokos, of course with that fly flip. So I really want to be patient here. If he can hit for another 100, I will still have 10 HP left, but he can maybe surprise me with Professor's Kukui. Who knows? Everything can happen. I didn't see the full deck list. Nope, just another team play for like 100 means only one thing. Top deck is a Bridget. That's useless card for me. Which means I can retreat. And I don't see a reason why I wouldn't do that. Let's retreat. And let's hit with the Ice Blade for like a 50. Yep, so taking one more prize card. So I'm like down to 3. He still needs to pull 5 prize cards, and 2 of those Passimians are going to be knocked out easily. Another Passimian promoted in the front. I can one-hit knock out that Passimian, plus I also have double Course Energy available, which means only one thing. To win this matchup, I'm just gonna need that Tapu Koko, which is in my discard pile, but I can easily grab him from my discard pile back to my hand with that Rescue Stretcher. So I'm actually playing by controlling my opponent play. So I didn't try to rush anywhere here. I really want to just show the full deck potential and the ways this deck can be played, so you can basically spread the damage around the board, controlling your opponent base with attacking and retreating. So looks like that's gonna be another team play, and it's for like 100. So again, if I... Okay, so Ultra Ball is a nice card. Let's just discard something like a Bridget and Feeny in exchange for another Ninetales. So I can discard some of the cards from my hand. Of course, I should put somewhere that energy card and a Abyssal hand for 1. Okay, Rescue Stretcher is here finally. Ice Blade for the knockout. and Mew is finally knocked out, and I'm down to 2 prize cards, which means next turn I'm just ending this game in a fashion. So he can right now knocks out my Ninetales. Can he? Oh no, he can't. He can go for only 70. Damn. Which means... Come on, play Lysander down to my Ninetales and knock him out. I should retreat down to my Ninetales with 200 damage counters. Just to play that. Fly flip play. Oh, team play for 70. So 2 Ninetales down to 200. Yeah, I guess another Ice Blade to another Passimian on the bench. I really want to finish the game by knocking out those Passimians with my Tapu Koko. I might be boring right now, but really want to do that. I hope I'm not going to lose the game if he decides to play N. Thankfully, there was no sign of the N, which means only one thing. I guess I have room to hit one more time. I guess I'm not gonna do that. I could even knock out 3 of those Passimians in just a single turn. But I guess I should not be greedy. So since I have 2 prize cards left, I can fly flip for the victory. Yeah, anyways, I kind of like the Alolan Ninetales deck. I kind of like the upcoming future standard format. There's a plenty of different options that you can do with the decks, and I actually enjoy it. So once again, guys, there was a full deck list that I used in today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Let me know what you think about this deck in the comments below. So stay tuned for more upcoming videos. Till the next time, have a nice day and goodbye.